Give us a sense of what the data showed you around the trends on the previous holidays when it came to household spending.
Yeah, thanks. We saw some really interesting things in our data. So overall, we saw less trips from airports, so less flights. We saw less trips over Easter compared to last year, and when people did travel, we saw them traveling shorter distances. And so overall, if you put all of that data together, it indicates that consumers are making more deliberate choices and being very conscious about how they spend their money and their time.
Interestingly, your data also goes into the different provinces to give a sense of what's happening in the different provinces. What was happening?
Yeah, so what we saw was in that the coastal cities, primarily KZN and Western Cape, people traveled a lot less. So less than 10% of the population in those provinces left the province. So if you were at the coast, you stayed at the coast, and most of the inland populations moved during the time. And what we saw was that in the Eastern Cape, people chose to go more towards the Western Cape or KZN, so shorter distances adjacent to them. And in the other provinces, there was a lot of movement into Gauteng as the biggest destination of where people chose to travel to.
And of course, this wasn't all leisure travel. It had to do with work as well, I'm assuming?
Yeah, so given that we track the data over the Easter period, if you take Gauteng as our economic hub and where people moved to from there, the biggest places people moved to were Limpopo and Mpumalanga. I guess given that it was the Easter weekend, also very deliberate choices to move over that period, going back for religious purposes or also going back for family rest time to see people back home.